type of comfortability in terms of the heroes that they are using right now, which is why we are going to be heading into the game, the first match of this top clan Summer Invitational 2022. It's AUG3 Esports versus Impunity KH. Will the newbies land a first defeat to the defending champions, or will the champions start off strong?
Well, they're going to have to go ahead and settle in here because the thing is, I mean, both teams, right? They do have solid compositions, both of them, honestly, but it'll rely on how much pressure can they get out. You can already see Razzle up there in the jungle of Impunity, right? He's focusing on trying to delay as much as that jungle start he can from Opie. And there you go, right? He does have plenty of health, though, but actually he's going to take quite a bit of damage, but has the backup from Rusty, too. So that's the job, right? This is the job of Masha. He's pretty much one HP left, literally. But, you know, does that really pay off to delay Opie like that? Because Opie is pretty low, and here comes Lord Kid right around his buff after securing, you know, those resources.
Yup, but the only unfortunate thing for them is the fact that the rest of the members of Impunity will be able to go as fast as they could. Lord Kid, though.
Oh, Lord Kid's going to go down here. That's going to be first blood for Impunity. And now they got to be careful, right? The first blood also going over to the hands of Deja. So he's going to get that early item advantage here on this Lilia. Going to be pumping out the damage already, too. But as you can see, Razzle's not scared at all, right? He's not razzled at all. Boom, trying to help out. Doesn't have the level 4 just yet. Can't get the way of the dragon off, but should be just fine. A lot of early action here between these two teams.
Yup, and one of the few things, aside from that off-cam kill that we've had in the top lane, is the advantage of Impunity KH in terms of the early engagements. It's very ironic to see that we have a Thams and the Masha on the other side, which is actually doing a pretty good job in trying to slow down and delay the rest of the members of Impunity KH, but Impunity keeps converting with these kills.
Well, there's going to be the way of the dragon. Pops the vengeance, though. Rusty's still holding them off. Turtle's still going to be worked on here, though, too. Ooh. Now Impunity, can they actually get in here? But look at the top part. Deja could be in trouble. Doesn't have the black shoes, but the Turtle's going to be secured here by Lord Kid. They grab the Turtle. They're happy with it. They're going to reset.
Now that is what I like about what the rest of the members of AUG3 did. They placed Thams and the Masha onto the top lane or in the front lines of the specific team fight, which gave enough space for Lord Kid to be able to catch up because again, he is currently 0-1 and 0 in terms of KDA. And if you're AUG3, you need your jungler to be able to farm and itemize as soon and as fast as possible because we're taking a look at OP right now. No kills just yet, most especially with the or with the killing spree as the emblem, heavily focusing on the team fights that they want to pull off. And Tai always going forward with that focusing mark to hopefully make sure that they will be of good grace right over here. But hold on, fighting top lane.
Well, there's the focus here. They're going to back off here. They got to be careful, though, right? Because they have a lot of front-loaded damage, too. And one thing I want to point out here is Lord Kid, right? You're having Julian on the jungle. And I've always said this ever since Julian kind of started making his debut in the competitive scene. You know, he does the best when he's actually, in my opinion, he does the best in the jungle, right? And so he's getting this, he has that early death, but he's able to secure some of those, you know, some of those kills and some of those objectives, but they just lose another member down there. Impunity, now they're going to focus here on the top lane. Razzle's actually taking quite a bit of damage, able to survive, though. Yakuza, luckily he was there to make Impunity back off, and right now, that's actually, they escape a bad situation here for AUG3.
Escaping a bad situation indeed. And actually, Impunity KH had another good trade after that pick off by AUG3 into the bot lane, because of the fact that Lutsu, their gold laner, was able to take a chunk or absolutely everything in that energy shields from the top lane, which is why it passes already the goals that they want to do in terms of the itemizations and scaling. Taking a look at this right now, we're already 4 minutes in, and this is only still 3 kills, and we are yet to see up until the turtle fight what's about to happen.
Yep, big setup for the turtle. They're going to push him back. Rusty doing the same thing here. Look at Razzle actually zoning out so many members of Impunity. Pops the black shoes. Deja's got to be careful. Said TV picking up a big BOD here too. Meanwhile, they're going to work on the turtle. Zoning still happening here. Zed TV doesn't even need to be there. Opie bobbing and weaving, trying to do his best. Turtle's going to reset here for now. They're going to focus him down. They lose Lord Kid. Rusty as well. 2 fall for AUG3. And that's going to be a turnaround for the turtle take for Impunity.
Bit off more than they could chew there. They had the game plan to basically just put Rusty and Rizel back on guard for the rest of the members of AUG3 to be able to take that top lane, or that turtle rather. But the problem is that the damage is already starting to go for the side of Impunity KH, and now there are some instances and signs for them to be able to get back in this game, but they can't fully attain or sustain the rest of the damage. And if they won't be able to do that, it's going to be a huge problem for the side of AUG3. Lord Kid, hopefully he gets in with the engages, most especially because he has that mystery shop as the emblem. So potentially he can get the items faster, of course, with a discount from that specific emblem. But unless Impunity continues with the engages, it's going to be a problem for AUG3.
Yeah, let's take a look at the items here, Sona. How's the building going out here for both teams?
Taking a look at the items right now, one of the biggest problems here is the Scarlet Phantom has already been secured by the carry together with a Windtalker. 2 items against a Julian that only has a Clock of Destiny already poses a lot of problems for them. Julian may be the main source of damage, and SevTZ as well, but the problem is with that weapon mastery as Beatrix's emblem, together with you want to have a weapon mastery as your emblem, but you currently don't have any item to suffice, right? So you have a container to put all of your stuff in, but unfortunately that's not the case here because you don't have anything to put, just because you don't have the gold yet, which is why Impunity is doing a very good job in actually landing the potential just damage pokes. They're not really supposed to just finish everything off. They just have to fend the rest of the members of AUG3 just so they couldn't contest the major objectives.
Yeah, I think based on those decisions that they're making that you're talking about here, Sona, is exactly why they're slowly building that gold lead, to a comfortable position here. With another turtle coming up, they can be a lot more comfortable and confident in actually starting this one and taking it, most likely, because like you said, SevTZ doesn't have much, right? He's got a BOD, but it's not exactly what he needs right now. And you can see this as they go ahead and actually secure another turtle. Opie's gonna grab that one. There's gonna be the way of the dragon. Rusty's in trouble trying to pop the vengeance, but he just goes down anyway. Look at that. The team coming together here, forcing AUG3 back. Another killing spree for Lutu. And now they're going to be focusing on here. 2 fall for AUG3. But meanwhile, the mid lane's going to be worked on here. Deja zoning them out here with all that damage from the Gloom. And right now, Impunity just showing some dominance here.
Man, that was a very good positioning from the side of Impunity KH. Right after they maximized on the turtle take, they immediately used the Cult Altar, which has higher immobility in terms of the buff that they would want to get. And at the same time, they just obviously cheated that at that point, right? It wasn't an amazing gameplay from them, still being over aggressive, but risking it all for the sake of taking 2 heroes from the side of AUG3. Fortunately, Lord Kid was able to take that Lightning Truncheon, but Genius One, rather. But one of the problems that we see here, taking a look at the replay, is the fact that Thams was already picked off in this specific team fight. So there was no other way aside from Rizel to just be the wall, and it's not enough if you're talking about the damage that is going to come from the side of Impunity KH. 5 heroes against 4 with a Masha that still hasn't built up the rest of his items yet is going to be a problem for the side of AUG3, and hopefully they would be able to bounce back because Impunity is really landing the hooks right now.
Gotta say, you gotta give it up to Boom, right? Boom's finding the targets, and it's funny because even if he finds Rusty, like, they have so much damage and shredding potential, even with Lutu, that they can be confident enough to take out those types of heroes from AUG3, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now, the saving grace here, let's talk about AUG3 a little bit, right? What can they do to get back into this game at almost, the 10-minute mark? They need Yakuza, right? They got to continue to let Yakuza farm up those stacks, because he's going to be a big contributor to the damage later on. So if they can hold on, continue to let Yakuza farm, that could help them. But even look at positioning for Opie. He's looking for a possible setup here. He's actually going to get
Looking for
focused
it
down
now.
here. But here comes the rest of the team. It's chaos here in the jungle as 2 make it 3 fall. Lutu's unstoppable here. That's going to be another way to drag it. They find the 4th member of AUG3. Impunity KH now looking at the bottom lane here. They could be looking to end the game already at 10 minutes in. The defending champions of top clans here looking for a cleanup. Can they grab it? But Lord Kid finds one. Actually going to stall them out just a little bit. Nice little sacrifice there because Impunity KH was knocking on the door of AUG3.
Man, oh man, what an incredible team fight display coming in from Impunity KH. Right after that specific team fight, 3 heroes were immediately out of the equation, and it just resulted to Impunity immediately just trying to get in with that inhibitor check, and now 2 inhibitors are only left for the side of AUG3 Esports, and it will also pose a problem for them because it's only 10 minutes in, and one of the biggest chances that they have to take into consideration is what you've mentioned a while ago. Yakuza, fortunately, it is only his first death in 10 minutes of gameplay, and at the same time, Sev TZ really needs to be protected at this point because they need the time, they need the itemizations and the goal just to be able to proceed with the offense and defense that the Beatrix has in terms of the kits, because you have the Nibiru's Passion to hopefully have a faster wave clear, but if you won't have enough damage to back it up, the minions will continue to rise, and the Conceal the Play is about to begin again.
They're going to look for another turret here of the base.
Oh.
Lord's going to be marching down bottom. They find Eevee, said TZ, losing another member here and a turret. Base is going to be exposed here for AUG3. Can they actually defend this? It's looking grim as Impunity KH charges in. Base is going to be worked on. That's going to be a mega kill for Opie, and there you have it. Impunity KH taking the game.
The falling star move, that is the curse burst na meron si Zia. Meanwhile, kinat-ngert ni Edward. Sino pa ba? Si Mo Pazin. Both of